Forget all the stuff that's going on with the war and with Trump and how he's totally lost his mind, right? And we don't even know, and how gas is ridiculous and everything else. Forget all that stuff. We live in a world in 2026 where they do not hide the fact that they are creating animal-human hybrids of 5 different animals, right? Aliens are real. Reptilians, praying mantis-looking things, these tall Nordics, these grays, and that they're releasing them into our national forest, and we're not batting an eye. That's how much trauma that this world has been going through since the lockdowns, that this doesn't even faze anybody anymore. Well, of course they're doing that, right? Well, of course they're doing that. We live in freaking Star Wars meet Lord of the Rings, man, to like some Escape from New York is an old movie, man. Snake Plissken type. I don't even know what's going on anymore. They don't deny any of this anymore. They don't care. It's right in front of your face. They openly talk about beef jerky in these files, right? Which are humans. You go on Netflix, there's this Netflix show on there called Apex. It's about a guy who's hunting people in this beautiful national forest in Australia, and he turns them into beef jerky. And he sells the beef jerky at a local store, right? And they do not even care anymore. And you have this girl, Charlize Theron, in there, right? She's going around telling everybody during her interviews that she's a vampire. That's why she hasn't aged since she came on the scene. And she's from South Africa, which is just, you know, fiduciary capital of the world, is where Peter Thiel and Elon Musk are from, right? They don't even hide anymore. They don't even hide, right? So these beings that Fox News is telling you about and all this stuff that they're trying to walk you through, they're cryptids. They're not aliens. They bleed. Joe Barger killed a dogman up in the Manistee National Forest. By the way, just for survival purposes, there was a story about how Daniel Boone actually, pretty sure it was Daniel Boone. It was Daniel Boone shot a Bigfoot in the head who was trying to kill his son up in what's known today as the LBL, the land between the lakes up there and somewhere in Kentucky, right? And when he did, he tried to open up this Bigfoot to see what was going on, and his whole entire rib cage was just nothing but bone. Also, too, I've seen reports and I've talked to people who said that they've, you know, heard about, or I don't know how they got this information, but I've also heard it on a couple channels where they put rounds in these dogman's chest and it didn't even faze them, right? I think it's because they got these big bone plates in there, right? Same thing with these also, too, with these reptilians are supposed to have 2 hearts, one on each side of their chest. So if you're a good old Appalachian boy like myself or somewhere else on the planet, that's knowledge you need to know. Headshot authorized, guys, if and when this goes down south, right? But these aren't aliens, man. They're not demons either. They're not angels. Angels and demons are real. You know I've talked about that all the time. You know I'm a believer. These guys are not angels. They're not demons. They're not Nephilim. They're something else. They're an offshoot. They're some type of creation. They're just like us. They're older than us, but they're just like us, right? And I'm going to tell you why. Cryptid sightings appear to be increasing all over the planet. You got Dogman, Bigfoot, strange humanoids. Like down in Utah, they had a couple months ago, it was a full-on gnome outbreak in Utah. It was insane, right? Right. You got people talking about shadow beings, crawlers, all kinds of stuff, right? And one of the theories is that these cryptids somehow, I haven't really thought this one through, right? Is that there's some type of spiritual manifestation. For example, if you think about one long enough, you can pull one into existence. There was a study, a report that came out of Skinwalker Ranch where they were out there doing some type of research. And during the research, a portal opened up and like a dogman creature came out of the portal, right? So there's something strange about these things. There's some type of connection about it or whatever. some type of leftover, pre-flood, pre-diluvian, something. I don't really know.
Subscribe now and turn on notifications to join us on this extraordinary journey into the unknown.